Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Okay students, I am your general science teacher Miss Eram Hassan, and this is unit 2nd. Unit 2nd, characteristics of living things. Okay students, previously we have discussed an animal cell and plant cell. In this unit we have discussed previously plants and animal cell and plant cell and differences between plants and an animal cell. Okay, now we will discuss life cycles. What is this? Life cycles. Okay students, all animals pass through various stages in their life. Now look at this one picture. Look at the picture. For example, students, you were born as a baby and then develop into a child. Next, you will develop into a teenager. Okay, students. For example, now you are a child and you will develop into a teenager. Then you will grow into an adult. Okay. Look at the kitten. The kitten grows into an adult cat. Clear? And the seed, look at the plant. The seed grows into young plants and then young plant grows into tree. So this is life cycle. Okay, in life cycle, first we will discuss life cycle of fish. Life cycle of fish. Fish are type of animal that lives in the water. Clear? Okay students, fish lay eggs. Look at the picture. First fish lay eggs and the babies hatch out of the eggs. Clear? And the babies hatch out of the eggs and grow into fry. Clear? Baby fish called fry. What is baby fish called? Baby fish called fry. F-R-Y, fry. Okay. And the fry become adult. Okay. The fry become an adult. In adult stage, the fish are able to reproduce. Okay. In adult stage, the fish are able to reproduce. Then they complete the migration from fresh water to salt water. Okay, first fish lay eggs, then babies hatch out of the eggs, which called fry, and then fry becomes an adult fish, and then again adult fish lay eggs. So this is life cycle of fish. Then again adult fish lay eggs. Clear? This is and the life cycle begins again. So this is life cycle of fish. Most fish lay eggs. The babies hatch out of the eggs and grow into fry. The fry become adult. Okay. Now life cycle of frog. Okay, frogs are called amphibians. You know amphibians. Frogs are called amphibians. Amphibians are those animals which live on land and also live on land and also live in water. Those animals which live on land and live in water, these are called amphibians. So frog also live on land and also live in water. Clear? So life cycle of frog, they also lay eggs. Clear? Frog also lay eggs called frog spawn in water. Clear? Okay students, listen. Frog eggs are coated with a jelly-like substance. You see the frog eggs? Look at the frog eggs. Frog eggs are coated with a jelly-like substance. Fertilized eggs in the jelly is known as spawn. What spawn? Egg spawn. Frog eggs are called egg spawn. Clear? Frog eggs are called egg spawn. After a few days, a baby frog known as tadpole. Clear? Fish babies called fry and frog baby is called tadpole. Clear? So tadpole hatch out of the eggs. A few days a baby frog mean tadpole hatch out of the eggs. Clear? As the time passes, the tadpole, look at the tadpole, as the time passes, the tadpoles develop external gills. You see the gills? Gills, external gills. That helps them breathe under the water. Clear? Gills help them breathe under the water, and their tails began to elongate, and fins also develop. They spend their time eating plants, okay, in water. Okay students, so after a few weeks the tadpole begins to look like a frog. Okay, look at the frog. After a few days, the tadpole, look at the tadpole. After a few days the tadpole begins look like a frog and then turns into froglet. Clear? Tadpole turns into froglet, and froglet becomes an adult frog. So this is a life cycle. An adult frog again lay eggs. So this process began again. This life cycle begins again. So this is the life cycle of frog. Clear? So I am repeating again. Listen students carefully. Frog lay eggs called egg spawn. Tadpole hatch out of the eggs. Tadpole, okay? Tadpole hatches out of the eggs. The tadpole grows legs and lose their tails to become frog. Okay? You see the froglet. You see the tadpole and froglet, they lose their tails and then become frog. Okay? So this was the life cycle of frog. Now life cycle of insects. Life cycle of insects. Students, okay, some insects have a 3-stage life cycle and others have 4-stage life cycle. Okay, some insects have 3-stage life cycle like grasshopper, like cockroach. These are insects that have 3-stage life cycle. Okay. So grasshopper and cockroach are insects that have a 3-stage life cycle. You see in this picture, first stage is egg, second stage nymph, NYMPH nymph, and third stage is adult grasshopper. First stage egg, second stage nymph, and third stage adult grasshopper. Okay, so a nymph hatch from the eggs. Okay, a nymph hatches from the egg. It looks and behaves just like an adult cockroach. Clear? Look at the nymph. It looks just like an adult cockroach. Okay, and then it sheds its skin. Clear? And then it sheds its skin, mean called molds. Outer skin shed called molds. MOULTS, molds. Outer skin shed called molds. Okay. So this is the life cycle of grasshopper, and grasshopper life cycle have life cycle of grasshoppers have 3 stages of life cycle. Is it clear? First one stage is egg, second nymph, and third an adult grasshopper. Okay, students. Now look at the life cycle of butterfly and life cycle of housefly. As I have told you, some insects have 3 stages of life cycle and some have 4-stage life cycle. Okay, so butterfly and housefly are example of a 4-stage life cycle. Clear? Butterfly and housefly are example of a 4-stage life cycle. First stage, look at the butterfly diagram of butterfly. First stage is eggs, second is larva, third is pupa, and fourth stage is adult butterfly. First stage eggs, second larva, third is pupa, and fourth stage is butterfly. Okay, so butterfly and houseflies are example of 4-stage life cycle. The eggs The eggs hatch, a larva comes out. Look at the eggs of housefly. The eggs hatch, a larva comes out. Okay, and the larva feeds and grows. The larva feeds and grows. The larva feeds and grows. Okay, and it covers itself in a cocoon. What? Cocoon protect the caterpillar. Okay, cocoon protect the larva. Look at the butterfly life cycle. Butterfly first lay eggs and the babies hatch out of the eggs. Caterpillar, which called larva. Clear? Caterpillar. Then a larva comes out and the larva feeds and grow. The larva feeds and grows, and then it covers itself in a cocoon, and cocoon protects the caterpillar. Okay, you see the cocoon. This one is chrysalis, and this stage is called pupa. This stage is called pupa. Cocoon stage is called pupa. It covers itself in a cocoon, and this stage is called pupa. When the pupa opens, the adult insects come out. Clear? When the pupa opens, the adult insect like butterfly, like housefly, when the pupa opens, the adult insect comes out. Clear? So students, this is the life cycle of butterfly and this one is the life cycle of housefly, and these are the example of 4-stage life cycle. Butterflies and housefly are example of a 4-stage life cycle. Butterflies and houseflies are example of a 4-stage life cycle. The eggs hatch, a larva comes out, the larva feeds and grows, it covers itself in a cocoon. This stage is called the pupa. When the pupa opens, the adult insects comes out. Okay students, let's study the life cycle, the life cycle stage of flowering plant, life cycle of a flowering plant. Okay, so the life cycle of a flowering plant begins with a seed. Okay, the life cycle of a flowering plants began with a seed. A seed is a baby plant. A seed is a baby plant. Clear? And the next stage is germination. The next stage is what? The next stage is germination. Germination is when a plant starts emerging. When a plant starts emerging from a seed, emerging means coming to maturity. When plant starts emerging from a seed, when seed get proper light, water, warmth and minerals, they start germinating. Clear? Then they start germinating when seed gets proper light, proper sunlight, water, warmth and minerals, then they start germinating. A seed will not germinate without all these. Clear? A seed will not germinate without all these. Okay students, after germination plants start growing. You see, after germination plants start growing. Clear? After germination plants start growing. Plants need sunlight. For this, plants need sunlight, nutrients, water and air for their survival and for their growth. Clear? When a plant becomes mature, it gives rise to flowers and flowers produce seeds. And the life cycle begins again. So this one is the life cycle of plant. Okay. So the adult plants has roots, stems, leaves and seeds, but it also bears flowers. Bears mean to give or produce fruit or flowers. Okay, to give or produce fruits or flowers. In some plants, the flower develop to fruits which contains the seeds. So students, we have completed this chapter, unit 2, characteristics of living things. We have completed this chapter, so enjoy your life, stay home, stay healthy. and take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.